I'm here with one of my good friends, Fatman. I do a lot of filming with him too. So, and today we're gonna talk about a tornado experience that him and I had about a few years. I can't remember, but a few years ago. So, I'm just gonna let Fatman say hey.
Hey.
No. So, all right. So we Fatman and I we like just met. Like, we were pretty good friends from the get go. So, Fatman and I had the PlayStation 2 at the time, and so he comes over and we're playing video games and like.
He always wins.
Yeah, I was winning. I was kicking his ass, and he was getting madder and madder every time. So, and it was like his most hysterical thing ever. So, I open up the shades, and I look out, and there's a freaking black cloud that's coming at my house. I'm like, shit. Fatman's like, that doesn't look so good. Yeah, so I'm like, no, Fatty, no, it doesn't. So I go over, and
just remember this, kid. I am scared of storms.
he is scared of storms. So, to this very day, he still is, because there was a thunderstorm that passed through his house, and he's like, holy shit! And so, anyways, he goes over, and he's like, oh, what do we do? I'm like, it's probably just a thunderstorm. You just go back to playing the game. I'm going to go downstairs and just check the radar. I turn on the radar, and there's a freaking red rectangle covering the county I live in. I'm like, that's a tornado watch. How am I going to break this to Fatman? Because, I mean, I knew I was going to laugh my ass off when I told him, because he was going to freak out. So I go upstairs, and he goes, what's the radar say? I'm like, oh, it's a tornado watch. He drops the motherfucking controller. He looks at me with these huge eyes, and he goes, what? Like Lil Jon. So I go over, I'm like, oh, shit, here we go. He goes, you said it was no big deal. I'm like, well, I kind of lied. And he's like, yeah, of course you did. So I'm like, it's just a watch, dude. And he goes, if I fart in the next 20 minutes, your ass is grass. I'm like, well, I'll already be dead because of the gas. And so I go over. I'm like, God, he better not fart. He better not fart. Sure enough, he lets one rip. And he's looking at me. He's like, grass. So I'm like, God damn it. Sorry for those. Anyways. Sure enough, the next 10 minutes later, tornado siren goes off. And he goes, is that a test? Are they testing today? I'm like, dude, they just tested like last Saturday. Dude, this is fucking drill. This is not a fucking drill. This is the real thing. He goes, what? He's looking at me. His face is fucking red. I'm trying not to laugh. I'm trying to keep him calm. He goes over. He freaks out. He runs out of the motherfucking room. I'm like, shit. So I call up my buddy Jeff. And I'm like, Jeff, you might want to bring your truck and get us, because we don't have anywhere to go. That bathroom's not done remodeling yet. And so he's like, all right, I'll be over there in about 20 minutes. Well, Jeff got there in a matter of 10 minutes, by the way. So I'm like, shit, So I grab my camera. I'm looking outside the window with my camera. He goes over, he's like, get your head back in here. I'm like, oh my God, when did my mom get home? And so I'm like, dude, calm down. Well, I look up, there's freaking rotation above my house. I didn't tell Fatman right away, because I was like, oh shit. Hey, motherfucker's gonna touch down right on top of me. So I grabbed the cat and grabbed the dog. I'm like, God damn it, Jeff, get over here now. And so Jeff finally pulls in the driveway. Fatman's running up and down the fucking stairs. Like a fucking dumbass. He goes, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Right as he gets to the fucking top of the steps, he slips, falls, farts as he falls, and he just slides down the stairs. And he's hitting his head the whole time. I'm like, oh shit. He gets up and he goes, never mind, let's go. So we get over to Jeff's house, and his son Brock, who I'm pretty good friends with at the time, he's standing outside, he's watching the storm, he's got his dog next to him. And I'm like, oh shit. Hey, Brock. Fatman bolts for the fucking basement. Jeff's like, Why did we have to bring him? And so I'm like, because his mom would kill me if I didn't. I'm like, yeah, because there's KFC in the basement. He goes, well, don't tell him that. So Jeff goes down to the basement to calm Fatty over here down. I'm staying outside with Brock and his dog. There's fucking rotation going over the cornfield. His dog, Buster, who's a fucking dumbass, busts into the fucking cornfield. And I'm like, Brock, just leave. Right before I got Brock right out of my mouth, Brock goes into the cornfield. I'm like, oh, shit. Right as he comes out, goes into the cornfield, his fucking mom pulls in the driveway. Shit. His mom's like, where's Brock and Jeff and the dog? And I'm like, oh, Brock and Buster are in the fucking cornfield. Jeff's downstairs trying to comfort my friend, you know, saying there's KFC, but hopefully he doesn't really find it. Then we're all doomed. and so, Fat Man and I, you know, Fat Man, he's a sensitive guy when it comes to shit like this. You know, and I felt a little bad for him. But I did not feel bad for him after I hear this. You got what? And I'm like, well. And Jeff's like, yes, there's KFC. Fat Man's on the prowl right now. So I open up the fucking storm doors, and Fat Man's looking at me. He's like, they said there was KFC in here. I'm trying to look for it. Have you seen any buckets lately? I'm like, I'm standing there. I'm like, no. So he goes, be on your way then. He walks back down the fucking stairs, and he's still looking for it. Brock comes back with the dog. He's holding Buster. He's like, I got the motherfucking dog. Let's go. So we get in the door. We shut the doors. We latch that bitch. You know, we're sitting inside. We're all just talking. All somebody hears like the fucking train sound, like a fucking train. It wasn't like that. It was like a fucking freight train on the roll. Shut up, Fat Man. So then we're like, oh shit, dude, that's a tornado. That's a motherfucking tornado, dude. Fat Man bolts into this fucking room where there's no windows, just a little single light, slams the door, and he goes, I ain't coming out. Where's the KFC? He stops in the middle of a sentence, and he goes, where's the KFC? I'm like, Fat Man, there is no KFC. What? He gets pissed off at me. I don't know why, because it was Brock, it was Jeff that told him there was KFC. I don't know why he got pissed off at me. Maybe because I told him the truth. So the tornado dissipates. The sirens go away. We go out. The only damage was in the cornfield and a barn door. That was it. I was amazed by that. But, so Fat Man's still freaking out. He goes over. He's not freaking out about the storm. He's freaking out because there was no freaking KFC when somebody said there was. And he was pissed off at me, Jeff, and Brock. Not Tina. No, he didn't get pissed off at Tina. But he got pissed off at me. But here's the best part, ladies and gentlemen. Fat Man shit himself in the process. I don't know if he really... Did you actually shit yourself?
Maybe.
Did you actually, seriously?
Maybe.
Oh my god, dude. So in other words, yes, you shit yourself. You know this is going on YouTube.
Really?
Yes.
No, I didn't shit my pants.
So
It's too late now.
it's too late now, dummy. People are gonna go, he shit himself. He's just trying to, you know, cover up the fact that this is going on YouTube. But guess what, fatty? It's going on YouTube. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. There's an overwhelming smell coming over. Jeff's freaking out. He's like, that motherfucker shit his pants. And I'm like, yes, Jeff. Yes, he did.
Maybe it's because no KFC.
Yeah. But that's our tornado story. I'm the Man of Mayhem, and I'm here with Fat Man.
Yep.
This was our tornado experience. Glad we could share it with you guys. We'll see you next time on the Mayhem Talk. Later.